Rainbow of love. The relationship had blossomed over many seasons. Radha and Ravi appeared made for each other. People often complimented them for their lovey-dovey ways and their oneness of sorts. It wasn't really a love at first sight for them. The proximity rather than the initial chemistry was the chief reason of their love affair. Especially, the summer of 2012. Both did their summer training in a Delhi-based multinational, HUL, away from their homes in Chandigarh. They both were together in MBA class of Punjab University and were bright enough to get admission in the prestigious course. However, their backgrounds were quite varied. Ravi belonged to a well-to-do business family while Radha came from a service class. Her father was a doctor at PGI, Chandigarh. Radha was shy in public, but riotous in private. Ravi had seen only her public self before coming to Delhi. But during the closer interaction at Delhi, he discovered her bold and courageous and childlike self too. She enjoyed the thrill of his fast driving on Noida Expressway of his BMW more than he did. He thought she would be afraid. On the contrary, she egged him on to cross even 160 km/h. Unknowingly, she became very dear to him for her bold ways. He was in love with her sooner than he realized. The care and love showered by Ravi almost mesmerized the young girl. She never felt so free and so loved before. And in the privacy of a metropolitan city where no one recognizes anybody, their closeness turned into a steamy love affair. They both were lost in each other. Summer training was too short and came to an end too soon. Back in Chandigarh, life got more difficult in parents' home. There wasn't the privacy they had become used to. And love was also entering new phases, the phases of pain and agony. The expectations from each other were very different now than when they were just friends. When Ravi would not pick up the mobile, Radha would feel low. Is he ignoring me? Does he love me as much? Did I hurt him by this statement or that one? And when Ravi would see Radha talk warmly to other boys more than him, he would start sulking. You give more attention to others than to me. He would not realize that because she loves him, she is more free-flowing and comfortable with other boys than with him. It is a paradox that lovers often get into. He was completely oblivious to this. She is vulnerable with him and so it is safer to interact with others than with him. She is only protecting her vulnerability by maintaining a safe distance. The jealousy is happening to him at 21 years, it will happen to any man even at 50 or even if he is 75 and in love. He was hurt when she did not give him compliment for making a great presentation in the marketing class a few weeks ago. He expected at least some appreciation from her. Radha had no clue that her words matter so much for him, and she just went about in a matter-of-fact way. Ravi never shared this hurt with her. How can he show his vulnerability like that? But this hurt converted into blame and then mild irritation with her. Even this irritation he tried to hide because poor Ravi cannot afford to annoy his one and only love. But hurt and irritation have to leak out if not dealt the straight way. He did not even realize that in his nonverbal gestures, he had started ignoring her and even became sarcastic. The very love that in the first place he wanted from her was unknowingly converting into mild dislike. And sarcasm and attitude did turn Radha off. Because she had no clue what was happening. She had her own way of dealing with her due to Ravi's attitude. What does he think himself to be? Is he some Maharaja or something? I am not going to talk to him either. This emotional roller coaster, up and down, had become the norm for them. Some days they felt very close while at times they were poles apart. Ravi had this constant feeling now that Radha is not sensitive towards his feelings and she acts in a manner which is quite rude. Why should I be in this relationship? She does not care about how I feel and is happy in her own world. When she wants something done through me, she starts behaving warm and cozy while when I make advances, She acts cool, as if she does not care. For Ravi, love had become an agony. He had no clue why Radha was behaving in this manner. कुछ तो मजबूरियां रही होंगी, यूं ही कोई बेवफा नहीं होता. There must have been some compulsions, otherwise one does not become disloyal like that. But Ravi had no wisdom to plumb the depths of love and behaviors of lovers. The love had turned into agony, jealousy, hurt, insecurity, and sheer pain. What an alchemy of feelings! And he thought to himself, I will take care of my heart and will not give it to Radha because she does not know how to handle it with care. I am responsible to ensure that it is not hurt. In future, I will ensure first that the girl is capable of taking care of my heart, only then will I offer it to her. Wise words, but dil hai ke manta nahi. Even though he decided not to think of Radha again, she would keep coming in his dreams and he often wondered how he can come close to her again. But then he would again remind himself not to think of her. What's happening in the world of Radha he knew not. Her agony he could not feel or see. She had stopped talking to him and would often pass quietly by. Did Ravi know how to handle Radha's heart with care? Wasn't he too self-centered about his own feelings? The same flaw for which he is accusing Radha of? Is he doing acts that he wants her to do? Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Who will make the first move to reunite the hearts suffering the agony of separation? Is not the pain and agony of separation enough to defeat the petty egos? Look at the paradox. The joy of love creates so much of agony. The pride of ego creates so much pain of separation. Enough is enough. Ravi could bear no longer and just went near where Radha was standing. He uttered no words and looked straight in her eyes. But tears in his eyes spoke louder than all the words in the world could. Humility unites. Tears turned into smiles when Radha just fell in his arms and cried as if she had found a lost treasure of her life. Have they both learned to handle with care the hearts they had given to each other? Softly and lovingly and compassionately.